Lady Victoria Gordon has passed away. She leaves behind an empty place in our hearts. Let us pause a moment and bid her farewell in silent prayer. Dear mourners, as we part, I would like to leave you with a few words to reflect upon. Words which have guided Lady Victoria throughout her life in both good and troubled times. So faith, hope, and love abide, these three, said Paul in his letter to the Corinthians. But the greatest of these is love. Now, as we are saying goodbye to Lady Victoria Gordon, let us do so with these words in mind. Amen. Adrian, my sincere condolences.
Thanks.
Your great-grandmother was a quite extraordinary woman.
Yes, she was.
Upright and of good heart.
Yeah. It's a pity I only got to know her so late.
Better late than never. You are Lady Victoria's only kin, and therefore her sole heir. You can now move into the castle and take some time to reflect, to find some peace, Adrian, and say farewell not only to your great-grandmother, but to your old life, too. If you need any help, you know where to find me.
Thank you, Father Frederick.
My condolences, Adrian.
Thanks, Doc.
How are you?
Well, this is the funeral of the last member of my family. That's it. From now on, I'm alone on God's earth. Utterly alone. I suddenly find Mordred's presence in my head a little comforting. He is part of the family, after all.
We could have our session now, if you like.
No, I'd just like to have some space right now. Can we move it to this afternoon?
How about 3 o'clock at my practice?
Okay.
See you then, Adrian.
Adrian Gordon, the last, but not the least. Or maybe he is.
What a great time to say that. But I wouldn't expect anything else from you.
That's right. You even carried your great-grandmother to her grave, who you'd known hardly 3 or 4 weeks. Sorry for your sad loss. That I'm sure you'll get over very quickly. And congratulations on hitting the jackpot.
What jackpot? Do you mean the burned-down castle that I'm duty-bound to rebuild according to the will? Or do you mean my being the last in line of a family of sickos and murderers?
You call it that, but anyone else would call inheriting a magnificent estate and rising up into the nobility an incredible, real stroke of luck. But you were always good at playing the victim.
That's what you think. Any other cop would overcome his prejudices and just look at the facts.
Talking of cops, as you're now a British citizen, I'm afraid I could no longer get you deported. Let me make myself clear. The slightest hint of suspicion, and I'll have you back inside. And that's a promise.
Why do you want to keep me so close to you? Haven't you got any other friends? Why don't you go see Denise more often? That'll take the heat off a bit.
You'll soon stop talking so tough.
Have it your way. And now if you'll excuse me, Inspector, I have to go count my guest bathrooms. Hi, you waiting for me?
Good morning, sir. Yes, we are. Our condolences, by the way.
Thanks. I'm Adrian.
Okay, Adrian. I'm Greg. This is Steve. So, you're the boss now, right?
It looks like it. But I still have to get used to the fact.
Okay, boss. Well, maybe the best thing is for you to start right away. In fact, Miss Angelini has forgotten to give us further instructions.
Instructions? To do with the restoration? I don't know. I haven't managed to have a good look around yet.
Sure. Then perhaps you want to get a general overview first. Well, there is a heck of a lot of building work going on.
So, why don't you just get on with your work then?
No offense, sir, to the name of the Gordons, but it would be nice to know if the good lady left anything behind. I mean, apart from the building work.
You mean money-wise?
Yep.
Okay, I'll look into it.
Well, see you later then, sir. We'll wait for you in front of the castle.
So this is my new home, Blackmere Castle. A little more spacious than my college room and the prison cell, if not that much brighter. Horse breeding was once a big thing here. The sculpture probably originates from that period. Bills, 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 bank statements. Envelopes with nothing in them. Huh, who's this one from? Città del Vaticano, Roma, Italia. It's from the Vatican. What did Victoria have to do with the Vatican? £6,000 is paid in every 3 months. No indication of who it came from. It just says here it was paid in over the counter. The last entry is 4 months ago. And the account was virtually empty 2 weeks ago by Valentina Antolini, authorized by Victoria Gordon. That must have been money for the construction guys. The door is practically rusted solid to the frame. It's obvious that Lewis hasn't seen the inside of the greenhouse for more than 3 weeks. This is in dire need of a good tidy-up. Welcome to the jungle. Half of it is dried out, and the other half is rotten. It's very unusual to put carpet down in a greenhouse. The gaps between the tiles haven't been cemented. The tiles here have only been placed loosely next to each other. The tiles here have just been placed loosely on there. There's a trap door underneath them. So where does that lead to? Far down, in any case. It looks like an old well shaft. There's a case on a sort of ledge. Who put that there? I can't reach it. That must have been one hell of a rake. Now it's just a long wooden stick. The bottom part is broken off. I've got the right key here. The door's unlocked. These are pipe clips, like metal cable ties. Extremely useful. I've attached the clamps to the stick. In theory, you could now attach even more stuff to it. Excellent. I now have a sort of grappling hook. It looks even older. I'll need to use all my skill here, otherwise it's gonna fall off of the ledge. Got it. A black plastic case. Let's see what's in it. A 10-pound note, a bottle of wine, and a notebook. Maybe it could tell me something about the owner. Aha! Here on the first page it says, Henry Stanton. What did our Henry write about then? Well, that's interesting. He appears to have been some kind of informant. At least, he recorded everything meticulously when he saw any castle residents in the tea room. 3 o'clock p.m. Tea time ends. Victoria forgets to close the horse again. 3:15 p.m. Bates checks the lock. Note, the key is hidden at Old Durgham Gordon. 4 o'clock p.m. Tea room empty. Use the opportunity. 4:30 p.m. Visit of Dr. Herman. And it goes on in the same vein. And here's a drawing of a horse. This is the horse Henry described in his notes. So, Fury, where's your secret? Well, if that's not a button... Nothing's happening. 7 small holes all next to each other. These could be used for ventilation if any of Mordred's colleagues are living in there. But it kinda looks like you put something into them. Let's see. Maybe this Durgam Gordon is here somewhere. Looks like there's no Durgam Gordon among these. The only names are Lillian, Garma, and Lothar Gordon. The other pictures just have the year. If I knew which one of them had lived when, then I could narrow down the choice. The White Lady. The Great Mystery. Hey! What's going on here? The blood is gone. But there's a black mark just where I touched the picture. Or was it there already? No, I'd better not handle it again. Let's see. Maybe this Durgam Gordon is here somewhere. Looks like there's no Durgam Gordon among these. The only names are Lillian, Garma, and Lothar Gordon. The other pictures just have the year. If I knew which... Durgam Gordon, let's see. Ah, this is him. Married to Lillian Gordon. Lillian Gordon was Durgam's wife. Her portrait was painted in 1662. Here's one dated 1659. It could be Durgam. I can't make anything out at first glance. There's nothing unusual on the back either. The piece of frame seems to be loose here. Maybe it got broken in transit. The piece fits, but there are only 2 metal pins and 7 holes. A lunchbox. I guess it belongs to Greg. There's just a large packet of toothpicks in it. Does anyone have that many gaps in the teeth? I can't make anything out at first glance. There's nothing unusual on the back either. It doesn't look like the piece just broke off accidentally. It was sawed off. What's this? There are 7 small holes here, just like on the stone plinth. The hole's very in depth. Huh, a great idea. I'll break the toothpicks off at all the same length, and then put them in the holes in the piece of frame. That way I'll have a copy of the key. There you go. It fits. I heard a clicking sound. Ha! That's it. Whoa! There must be thousands of pounds in here. No one had better know about this. The inspector would have a field day. I'll just take a few bills with me as payment for the useful Mr. Gregg. Wow, a really ancient letter. From Mordred's time. With a coat of arms and a seal. Looks like it was from a king. The letter is from a scribe of Pope Innocent III. It contains instructions for further procedure in terms of the incident with Mordred. Letter from the Holy Father Pope Innocent III to the faithful follower Lord Marcus Gordon, Duke of Blackmere. Esteemed Lord Marcus Gordon, I am writing in great anguish concerning the developments in the case of Mordred. My instructions regarding further modi operandi are to be carried out immediately as follows. Firstly, I demand the utmost secrecy and the sealing of all entrances to the ritual room. Furthermore, an academy will be established to conduct more thorough research into the possibilities for the 5 small portals. Concerning the large portal, all records and documentation are to be sent to the Vatican immediately, as the very foundations of Christendom would be shaken should its existence become generally known. Any talk, thoughts, or writings regarding the Shade Portal shall be deemed an act of heresy and shall be punished in accordance with the rules of the Fourth Lateran Council. Therefore, until the papal revocation to decree otherwise, the Gordons are henceforth responsible for ensuring that no one comes too close to the Shade Portal. With great faith in you and unending trust in God, I send you my apostolic blessing. From the Vatican, 29 Septembris 1213, on the feast day of the Holy Archangel Michael, Innocent III, formed from the earth, conceived in sin, born to be punished, should man commit an evil act that is forbidden, a shameful act that ill behooves him, a vain act that is of no use, he shall in the end become fuel for the fire, food for the worms, and a heap of putrefaction. De miseria conditionis humanae, on the misery of the human condition. Someone has written something on the back, but the writing doesn't look as old as on the front. The menhir in the hall must be hidden. The menhirs that stand around the castle seem to be directly connected with the demon gates. I wonder if that's what Victoria was trying to tell me before she died. I should note down the location of the menhirs on my map. I'll close the safe again, just in case. That's Greg. He watches Steve while he works. Hi, Greg.
Hey, Adrian. What's up? Have you sorted out the finances?
I think that'll be enough to start with.
Yep, that looks good.
Are you gonna continue working now?
That depends. Have you got anything for me?
What can you do?
Well, everything you have to as a handyman here in the village. Wallpaper, paint, lay floorboards, a bit of wiring.
I'm sure we'll find something. The castle itself is already sinister enough, but the soot on the facade makes it look like something out of a haunted house backdrop. I ought to get it removed. Hi, Greg.
Hey, Adrian, what's up? Have you got any work for me?
The facade could do with having the soot removed from it. I'm sure you've got a brush somewhere.
Yes, it's just... Miss Antolini said the facade wasn't that important.
Do I look like Miss Antolini?
All right, Adrian. I'll get to work.
And from now on, it's Sir Adrian, if you will. Huh? The telephone. Who could that be? Hello? Oh, hello, Dr. Winterbottom. How are you?
Hello, Adrian. That's just what I wanted to ask you.
Everything's okay so far, thanks.
You're already 5 minutes late for our hypnotherapy session. I have some other appointments and really don't want to have to move them.
Oh yeah, sorry. I'll be there as soon as I can.
All right. See you soon, Adrian.
There were stars right in the middle of the hole in the ground.
What kind of hole? The hole Angelina fell into?
Yeah, and when I looked around, at first I couldn't see anything, only blackness. And then I saw something in the darkness. Small, flickering points of light. Until I realized that they were stars and they were shining there beneath the ground.
Well, that's a beautiful image.
They were laid out like a constellation.
Which constellation?
I don't know. Apart from Ursa Minor and Ursa Major, I don't recognize any of them.
Well, I think I do. Draw the stars for me again, Adrian. Maybe I can match them to the right constellation. Constellations generally represent mythological figures. Maybe that has some significance here. It looks a little like the Corona Borealis, the Northern Crown. But this is made up of 7 stars, not 6. The Northern Crown is also open at the top, seen from the Northern Hemisphere. So, it depends on where you're looking at it from. The Corona Australis, the Southern Crown, is open at the bottom, which could also fit here, judging from the shape. But it has more stars, namely 11. If you count the binary stars as 1. Are you sure that there's nothing missing from your drawing?
Yeah, quite sure. 6 stars. It looked exactly like that.
And I can't help you any further. I don't know of any constellation which looks like that.
Well, never mind. It may not mean anything at all.
Perhaps. But if it's important to you, then it will be revealed sooner or later, Adrian. You can be sure of that. And how are you otherwise? I mean, as the brand new lord of the manor.
Weird, I guess. Everything seems so surreal. I mean, I've spent my whole life in Boston as Darren. And now I'm here calling myself the last Gordon. and sitting all alone in a half-burned down castle full of ghosts. It's lucky the construction guys are there, otherwise I'd soon be getting the feeling that I was a ghost myself.
I'm still here too, Adrian. You aren't all alone. Did you have the chance to say goodbye to your great-grandmother?
Yes. That was good. She gave me a few things to take with me as I follow my destiny.
May I ask what her last words to you were?
She told me how I can find peace in my soul. I shouldn't go down the same route as my father, but go to the bitter end and start at the Menhirs.
At the Menhirs?
That's what she kept repeating. At the Menhirs, at the Menhirs. They seem incredibly important.
Then you should take note of her advice.
I'd better take the drawing with me. Perhaps I'll have some use for it.
Oh, Mr. Michaels, it's good you're here. I wanted to come and see you.
See me? Why? Has someone else been murdered?
That's not entirely clear yet, but there has been a death at your castle on your estate.
What? You're kidding, Zach.
That's something I would never do, Mr. Michaels. Please, accompany me to the castle. The inspector would like to talk to you.
I'm coming.
Here, come and look, see? That's the place. That's where Gregory was killed. But they have already taken him away.
Right by a stone skull.
There's nothing more to do here.
I take it the inspector wants to talk to me, Zach?
Mm-hmm.
And he's gone ahead and is waiting for me in the castle, right?
It would appear so.
Steve,
Yeah?
can you tell me exactly how the accident happened?
The stone skull from up there hit Greg.
Yes, I thought so. But how could that happen?
I don't know. Greg was on his own out here. He was gonna clean the facade, like you said. Perhaps he took a break for a little pee, and when he was walking under the skull, bang!
I guess the ancient stone had been weakened by the fire. It just broke off. Maybe the vibrations of the drill shook the wall, and then the loose chunk simply fell down.
You can tell yourself that if you like, but if you ask me, nothing happens here just like that. This castle is jinxed, and everyone knows it. The walls are alive. When we bricked up holes, they were there again the next day, and it was just like that with the skull. It was just waiting for someone to stand under it before it fell down. That's how I see it. Please don't be offended, sir, but I don't want to be next.
What does that mean, Steve? Are you quitting?
Yeah, I'm sorry, sir, but I should have listened to my wife. She didn't want me to work here from the very beginning. Better to work for Murray without paid breaks than in the Black Mirror Castle without a head. That's what she said, and I should have listened to her.
Steve, please, wait.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. And if I may give you some advice, find someone to buy the castle off you. Some rich acquaintances of yours from America. And until then, don't stand still under a stone skull.
Inspector, I'm sure there are a few questions you want to ask me.
But you know, I can actually predict what your answers are going to be. I know you, and I'm sure you'll have a watertight alibi.
Yeah, I was with Dr. Winterbottom anyway. Exactly as set out in my bail conditions. Ask your constable.
Bravo! A cast iron alibi. You see, I didn't even have to waste my breath talking to you. I'll just have a look around here in this big castle full of old works of art that must be worth a fortune. I'll find out what I need to know from wandering around this huge estate, Mr. Legacy Hunter.
That's enough! I'll have no more of your insults. I don't know what you're busy figuring out in that miserable little skull of yours, and I don't want to know. I'm not any old castle creeper fumbling around aimlessly and who takes the blame for everything bad that happens. I am a landowner and the master of Black Mirror Castle, a powerful lord. And what are you? A small-time disgraced cop. So get out of here, now.
Okay, Adrian.
Sir Adrian Gordon to you from now on. And don't come nosing around here again until you've got a search warrant. Wow, that was long overdue. I won't take this anymore from anyone.
I'm not just anyone, I'm a Gordon. And not just any of them, I am the only one. The last of the weakling Marcus line will be the first of the mighty Mordred line.
Yeah, from now on, I'm alone in the castle. Nobody else here. At last, I can have some peace. Nobody wants anything from me, no alibi, no money, nothing at all. I mean, apart from my ancestor, who just wants to take ownership of my body. I better not waste any more time in finding out what Victoria meant when she said all that stuff about the Menhirs. What did I just say? Nobody wants anything from me. What's that? Oh, I guess someone rang at the front door. I think the mailman's been here. I'll have a look. A letter and the newspaper. What have we here? More mail. A letter from Murray? What does that creep want again? We will charge 100 pounds a day for as long as the hotel key has not been returned. A bill for over 500 pounds for 5 days? What, was I staying at the Willow Creek Hilton? An empty letterbox. What the? Ugh. The picture of me. That's the one I did for Murray. He can never get enough, can he? I don't want to know what kind of dough he screwed out of the newspaper for that. Well, what does it say here? Blackmere Castle has a new lord of the manor. It has transpired that the young American Darren M., against whom the accusation of arson has yet to be proved, is the last descendant of the Gordon family. Great. Now everyone will think I've torched my inheritance. And what's even worse, and I'm rich. I'll throw the paper away. A letter addressed to me? Strange. I've only just moved in. The Guardian's third virtue is mercifulness. Just as water grows drop by drop and becomes a mighty ocean, so should every call for help be heard and find a sea of answers. Yet another one of those cryptic messages? No thanks. The last one drove me right into the clutches of a head case. Now that I live in the castle, I don't actually have to see Murray again. But I still get the hotel key. And I'd love to rub the old crook's nose in it in person. Hello, Murray.
It's always a pleasure to see you, Mr. Gordon.
Mr. Gordon? Huh. So the fact that I'm the last descendant of the famous noble family hasn't escaped you.
Indeed. The whole village is talking of nothing else.
So you will also be aware that not only does the name belong to me, but also the entire Blackmere estate.
My warmest congratulations on your wonderful inheritance. And, naturally, my sincere condolences for the loss of your dear grandmother.
Great-grandmother. And you can keep your dumb pleasantries for your tourists, the last who come and stay with you. In fact, I'm thinking of turning the castle into a hotel. A veritable Gordon's Palace. Everything here you've stolen, even the name. I could sue you for that, Murray. Is that clear? And I think I might just do that.
I admit, Mr. Gordon, we may have had some little differences of opinion. But you won't forget, will you, that I have always helped you. It was I who got you out of jail, and it is also me you have to thank that you didn't freeze to death in the woods. As you were lying there, unconscious, I sent Phil to you and got him to bring you to the hotel. As a man of honor, are you going to repay that with a petty legal dispute?
Your so-called willingness to help is nothing more than a cynical maneuver. Someone has to put a stop to your game once and for all. Don't forget the photos from your cupboard that clearly prove you've been using blackmail to supplement your pocket money. You'd be finished if I made that public.
Mr. Gordon, I appeal to our friendship.
Friendship? You're nothing but a miserable parasite that gorges itself on the blood of its host. I've been your host for too long. Not anymore. I'll make sure you won't find another poor sap you can bleed dry. I'll become your parasite. How long do you think you can hold out against me, you worm? Huh? And I'll look on you as you're destroyed and take delight in your pain. And one day you'll also wake up in a cellar next to dead bodies. If you wake up at all. Have a nice life. I showed him. He who'll take care not to spoil my plans again. How easy it is. Just exert a little pressure, and the whole world buckles before you. To whom could I next teach the meaning of fear? Tom, or maybe the tattooed fellow inmate, or the amusing old wench who always runs away when she sees me. These annoyances must be eliminated right away. I wonder why I haven't asserted myself before. To live by pure hatred.
Holy crap! That doesn't sound like me at all. More like what Victoria said about Mordred when he started to change. He didn't trust anyone and became more and more hostile. Damn. I've really got to pull myself together. The globe is metal. I can't see a weld seam. I wonder how they got it through the door. The globe is metal. Yes, of course. They built the castle around a menhir. They probably carved the foundation stone directly out of the menhir when it had to be hidden. I'll mark it on my map. I'll lay a piece of paper on the map and use it to note down all the important information. I'll mark the position of this menhir with a cross. I've now drawn in 3 menhirs. That's the 4th one. I have plotted 5 menhirs. I'm still missing one. A statue. Is that the White Lady? I doubt it. She's too scantily dressed. Oh God, I see her everywhere, even though she's not there at all. Still, it's a shame she's got so dirty. Is this the stuff Greg wanted to use to clean the facade? It's an industrial cleaner. I've only seen as many warning notices as this on bottles of acid. I'll take it. And the brush as well. There sure is enough cleaning to do around here. The letter from the holy... Someone has written the menhir in... Wow, this cleaner is really powerful. It's even removing the marble. That was painted to look like marble. The statue's actually made of, I bet it's some sort of local stone. Granite, maybe. I should have thought of that earlier. The statue is made out of the same stone as the other menhirs. And someone, at some point, carved a statue out of it. I've marked off all 6 menhirs. We'll see what I can find out with this. A link to the church passes through a site of a menhir. Maybe there's a portal there. I could ask the priest about it. A line from the menhir to the gateway ends in the middle of the woods. It's gonna be fun trying to find the right place. But I think the way to the crossroads in the woods does lead in the right direction. I don't really want to roam around the woods until I've been to all the other places on my map. Strange. So a line from the foundation stone through a menhir ends up at the hotel. There's absolutely no way I can imagine a portal being there. Maybe in the vicinity of the hotel. If you draw a line from the foundation stone through the site of the standing stone, you end up right by the academy. And there's one of these portals there. So, the line from the foundation stone through the greenhouse ends near a swamp. I ought to check the place out. Anyway, I should check at the ruins to see if there's still an entrance there. The spiral staircase is completely decayed. The lighthouse hasn't been used for ages. One of the portals was here. It's been buried in the meantime, but there was one here. Perhaps that's what Victoria meant when she said entrance. I'll mark the ruins on my map. Hello, Father.
Welcome back, Adrian.
Miss Antolini, Victoria's nurse, what do you know about her?
She was sent by the diocese. They have very well-trained nursing staff, competent and trustworthy.
You didn't know her personally?
I know the manageress of the diocese, Mrs. Puft. She's the wife of the brother of the mayoress, Mrs. Puft, her sister-in-law.
Yeah, but you've never met Miss Antolini.
I saw her a couple of times when I visited Lady Victoria. Made a nice impression.
I'm the last Gordon. Sounds like the last Mohican. What does that actually mean to me?
My son, you don't have to remain the last one. It's up to you whether it's the end of your lineage or a new start.
So, if I should decide to become a Catholic priest, then it would pretty much be the end.
You can still think about it. Your inheritance isn't just of a spiritual kind, it's also material. There's also the Black Mirror estate to manage. Presumably also the one in Wales. A huge responsibility, but also a huge gift.
And what about your church? It was built by Marcus Gordon, so it must belong to me now too?
The gift isn't that huge. Marcus Gordon built it, but he was also a loyal son of the church and always gave everything back that he got from it. Warm Hill Church belongs to itself, and, of course, the people here.
Father Frederick, I found a letter here, a very old letter. Please have a good look at it.
But it's from the Vatican. From Pope Innocent III himself. Do you know how valuable this is?
You mean if I auctioned it, I'd get a few bucks for it?
Yes, a few suitcases full. But I didn't mean the material worth. Pope Innocent is regarded as the most important pope of the Middle Ages. He called out the Fourth and Fifth Crusades and formulated the foundations of the pontificate, which is still used today. If this is an original letter from Pope Innocent, then it's a very extraordinary document, a dictum of trust from the Church to your family ancestors. You can be really proud of your family.
Wow, that's the first time I've heard that.
Until now, I always thought it was a rumor. But you've got it here in black and white. Your family has been personally chosen by the Pope to fulfill an important duty.
Sounds more like they were damned by it to me. It's quite obvious that this duty outgrew them pretty quickly.
We're all tested by God, and it's a challenge for every one of us. But only steadfast faith can lead us through the darkness to the light in the end.
Please have a closer look at the letter. It mentions a shade portal.
Yes, that's true. One big one and 5 small ones. But I've never heard about them before.
These 5 small ones probably mark the entrances that lead to the big one. The big one must be the shade portal that's described. Either way, I definitely think that one of the portals could be here under the church.
Under the church? But that's not... But no. That really could be possible. Samuel visited Marcus's grave back then, and what can I say? It collapsed. It's been inaccessible since then. I was very saddened by the incident, but if you think about it, that kind of thing can only collapse.
If there's a cavity underneath, bingo!
But doesn't it say in the letter that the entrances have been sealed, so that no one could ever reach the big portal? And that the Gordons must make sure that it stays that way?
Exactly, and I'm the last Gordon. After me, there's no one else to take care of it. That's why I've got to get rid of this whole thing for good. Thanks for the help.
May the Lord be with you.
According to my map, one of the portals could be down there. What's Bobby doing there? Hey, Bobby, what are you doing there?
Hello, Darren. It's Denise's birthday today, but I haven't got a present.
And you want to catch her a fish?
No, I want to collect some mussels with pearls in them. I want to make a pretty pearl necklace for Denise. Yeah.
I see. Look, Bobby. Wouldn't that make a lovely present for Denise?
Oh, it's beautiful.
You can have it.
Thanks, Darren.
Those are the waders that Bobby had on. With a huge hole in them. Huh. Bobby must have ripped them when he rushed to take them off. The constable's convertible. Equipped with regulation light and repair kit. I'm sure Zach won't mind if I borrow his repair kit. The repair kit is perfect, as if it was made to do this. Finished. Now I just need a clown's nose and some big shoes. They look exactly like the menhirs at the castle. I guess they mark something. They look exactly like the menhirs at the castle. I guess they mark something. Let's see. Damn, it gets deeper here. There's something down there. Something dark. But I can't make it out exactly. Some diving goggles would be good. Or something so I can see underwater without having to dive. I'll take the waders off. They're uncomfortable after a while. That was a bucket for water. Maybe I can use it for something else. The pane of glass is loose. Huh, I'll take it with me. Fits perfectly. Now the bucket has a glass bottom. Interesting. And exactly what I thought. There are some steps leading into the bottom. Unfortunately, the river has flushed tons of gravel down the steps and blocked everything up. Almost the same problem as at the academy. I've checked out 3 places and have found no entrance. I'm not gonna find anything else here, so I can leave the waders here too. I'll leave the bucket here, too, in case Bobby wants to look for presents again. I've ruled out the ruins, the church, and the river. I hope we'll find something in the woods. If I trust my abilities as a cartographer, which I do, then there must be a portal along this path. Danger of death. Access to woods forbidden. Warning, hunting season. Traps and shotguns in use. Am I in the wrong film? Willow Wars? What's going on here? If the map is correct, then you have to follow the trail here to the north to get to the place where one of the portals can be found. Quite swampy here. This must be the right place, though. No portal in sight. Oh, it must have sunk into the swamp a long time ago, so there's no chance of getting to it. Huh. That looks like an old metal detector. It's probably broken, but that kind of thing can be repaired. Okay, I'll release the hood. Hey, here's another one of those glow stickers. I'll take it. I'll take the battery. It's not even bolted in. I'll replace the broken battery with the one from the car. Fortunately, both have the same voltage. A transistor radio. A device that can receive signals. I think this might prove useful. If I replace the broken electronics with those from the radio and the antenna, here's the wire. Done it. If I've got the electronics right, then it should work. I'll pay Phil a social visit. He's been locked up down there for 3 days now. Whoa, jeez! Phil is dead. I can't tell how he died. Maybe it's my fault. Anyway, I locked him up and maybe he died from extreme hunger and thirst. But wait a second. I locked the cellar door when I left, and it was open when I came back. Someone must have been here in the meantime. works. Excellent. Let's hope the battery lasts until I'm back out of the woods. Good. It has to be here. That's where one of the portals has to be. That's one hell of a stone. I wonder if an entrance to one of the demon gates is underneath it. I wonder if an entrance to one of the... I don't know what this thing is called, but Steve has used it to drill deep holes in stone. It's big, heavy, and makes a terrible noise. Tim Taylor would say, "Arr, a real man's toy." It has a gas motor, but the gauge says the tank's empty. I should get some gas first before I lug that thing around with me. There's a whole load of gas cans here, all empty. That's a shame. But I'll take one with me. I may be able to fill it up somewhere. What have we got here? A garden hose. Hoses have always brought me luck so far. I can use the hose to suck the gas out of the tank. I have a can, too. Let's do it. The can is half full. That should be enough. Full. It's pretty heavy. always wanted to do this. The stone's harder than I thought. I've drilled more than 24 holes now. It just doesn't want to break. And I've got no fuel left. And it's gotten damn cold. I'll go back down afterwards to wipe my fingerprints off. There's no way up there. An empty plastic bottle. Something tells me I'm gonna need it. Finished. The bottle is now full of water, but I wouldn't drink it. Quick setting foam, industrial quality, particularly suited to damp areas. There'll be a heavy frost tonight and the water will freeze. It expands, and in theory, the rock should crack. At least that's what it should do if my physics course wasn't just a waste of time. Stop. I still need something to plug the holes. Otherwise, I'll just have icicles stuck in the holes, and the stone will still be in one piece. Perfect. The construction foam hardens when it comes into contact with moisture, and then it's quite strong. That should stop the ice from coming out of the holes. Now I've just got to wait until morning. What's Bobby doing here? He looks very sad. Bobby? Hey, Bobby, what's up?
Tom hit me and threw me out. I don't know why.
Doesn't he do that all the time?
Not beating me.
So why don't you go to the cops?
I've been there already. The inspector sent me away. He doesn't want to hear about it, he said. Denise sent me away too. She said I shouldn't complain. And now everyone's sitting in the pub and won't let me in.
You could stay with me in the castle.
That's very nice, Darren, but I don't like the castle. I don't want to die.
Should I give you some money so you can stay in the hotel?
No, I don't want any more money. Tom always takes everything away.
Should I talk to Tom?
That's not a good idea. He wants to kill you.
But you said the inspector is in the pub.
Yes.
I'm sure he's not stupid enough to kill me in front of his eyes. Anyway, the guy's due for a beating. I can't stand by idly anymore. Look, I'll sort this out for you.
Let's hope the inspector really is there. Otherwise, this'll be Tom's last night.
Tom, calm down.
You shut your mouth. I want to know where the hell you got that necklace from.
Why should I tell you that?
That's I let that to a friend as a deposit. It wasn't to be given away as a present. Damn it.
Friend? Since when has Bobby been your friend?
What's Bobby got to do with it, huh? What are you on about?
Keep your fingers off Denise, or you'll be in the slammer before you know it.
You stay out of this, you village Bobby.
Watch what you say, boy. I can...
What did you say about Bobby? What's he got to do with the necklace?
He gave it to me, just before, for my birthday.
What? That can't be. I'm gonna kill that idiot.
If someone's doing some murdering around here...
Then that'll be me.
What the hell is that rat doing here?
Listen to me carefully now, you stinking, brainless waste of space. If you ever touch so much as a hair on Bobby's head again, you wish you'd never been born. Do you understand?
Oh, your lordship commands. Just you wait. Hey, cop, get the handcuffs out. This guy killed Phil.
That's enough now. You're completely drunk.
I thought your brother was the stupidest of the two, because you're not just his brother, you're his father too.